Is anyone on this frequency? Is anyone on this frequency? Whiskey Charlie 0 Oscar. Welcome back, everyone. This is Frank, Whiskey Charlie 0 Oscar. I'm at US 3411 Bolsa Chica State Beach over here in Southern California. Very windy today. I'm using the Little Tarheel II and using my FT-857D, and I wanted you to listen to the audio quality of the FT-857D while there's a contest going on. So there's going to be some people talking on the side of me, and see if I can get 10 contacts with the Little Tarheel II. I've been calling to see if the frequency is open, and I haven't received anything. Is this frequency open? Is this frequency in use? This is Whiskey Charlie 0 Oscar. I think we'll be okay. All right, we're going to start. Is there an X-ray station out there? Kilo Golf 7 Victor Lima X-ray QSO.
Kilo Golf 7 Victor Lima X-ray. Have you about a 525?
Roger, Roger. You're about a 5. No, make that a 4747 over here at US 3411 QSO. Roger that, in 73. This is Whiskey Charlie 0 Oscar QRZ. That was hard to hear. Very, very hard to hear. Then again, I would probably have headphones. But again, I got a contact there. CQ Poda. This is Whiskey Charlie 0 Oscar at Park, US 3411. Mobile and listening.
Whiskey 7 Alpha Uniform Foxtrot.
Whiskey 7 Uniform, come back.
Whiskey 7 America United Florida. Whiskey 7 Alpha Uniform Foxtrot. You're about a 5353 Oregon.
Roger, Whiskey 7 Alpha Uniform Foxtrot. Thanks for the 53. You're a 4949 coming over here in Southern California, mobile at US 3411 QSO.
Roger. You got a weak signal, but I hear you 100%. Good luck.
Roger, Roger. Thank you very much. You take care in 73. Okay, we're going through. This is Whiskey Charlie 0 Oscar QRZ. So that's not too bad. And it's really windy today, and because I'm next to the beach, there's a lot of sand blowing over. We'll see. I don't know if that's will affect my propagation. CQ Poda. This is Whiskey Charlie 0 Oscar at Park, US 3411 and listening.
Kilo Delta 9, Kilo Lima Bravo.
There was a Kilo Delta 9, come back.
Roger, Kilo Delta 9, Kilo Lima Bravo, Kilo Lima Bravo.
Roger, Roger, Kilo Delta 9, Kilo Lima Bravo. You're about a 4747 coming over here in Southern California, mobile at US 3411 QSO. Roger, Roger, 52 India Lima. You take care, Nick, and 73.
73, thanks for another one.
Roger that, and take care. This is Whiskey Charlie 0 Oscar QRZ.
Whiskey Hotel 6, Foxtrot, Zulu Yankee.
Zulu Yankee. Whiskey Hotel 6, Foxtrot, Zulu Yankee. You're easily a 56 coming over here in Southern California, mobile at US 3411 QSO.
QSL, yeah, you're 55 to Spokane, Washington. Thanks for activating 73.
Roger, Roger, you take care in 73 QRZ.
Whiskey Tango 0. Whiskey 7 Romeo Foxtrot, Quebec.
Romeo Foxtrot, Quebec. Whiskey 6 Romeo Foxtrot, Quebec. You're a 59, nice and clear, coming over here in Southern California, mobile at US 3411 QSO.
Correction, it's Whiskey 7 Romeo Foxtrot, Quebec, 59 into Salt Lake City.
Roger, Roger, Whiskey 7 Romeo Foxtrot, Quebec. You're still a 59. over here in Southern California. QSO.
QSL, good luck to you in 73.
Roger that. Thank you very much. In 73, QRZ. Now, there was another person coming back to me, but they were weak. Don't give up if you're transmitting to someone. Just keep doing it. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey Charlie Zero Oscar at Park, US 3411, over here in Southern California, mobile and listening. I think I had 2 QSOs previous to this video, so I have 7 overall. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey Charlie Zero Oscar at Park, US 3411 and listening. So I got the phone pointed, the microphone is pointed towards the radio that's less than a foot, and I have one of these microphones from Rode, and I'm gonna check to see if the audio sounds any different or the same. You can definitely might be able to hear the fan going on the radio, and hopefully my battery will last me a little more. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey Charlie Zero Oscar at Park, US 3411 and listening. Like I mentioned before, there's a contest going on. Not hearing people very clearly, wondering if it's because there's other people on top of me, and also maybe the wind. Now, I know when it's windy with sand, my SWR goes up a bit. One time it was really going up and I couldn't do anything about it. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey Charlie Zero Oscar at Park, US 3411 and listening. And hopefully this gives you a sense of being mobile and utilizing the Little Tarheel II, and how that sounds with an FT-857D. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey Charlie Zero Oscar and listening. If you're over here at Boca Chica State Beach, I think you're going to be really happy with the environment. Right now, during the winter, not many people here. During the summer, really packed. I think from Memorial Day to Labor Day, it really is very heavy in traffic, but sometimes well worth it. Very nice beach, clean, and safe. And most places over here in Orange County are pretty safe, but you always have to be aware of your environment. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey Charlie Zero Oscar and listening. Well, just like any city, of course, you always have to be aware of your surroundings. Make sure your doors are locked. And just keep vigilant. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey Charlie Zero Oscar at Park, US 3411 and listening. I was trying to set up a Renogy solar panel, and that didn't go very well. They had an error on it, and thing weighed a lot. I didn't think it would weigh that much, but it did. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey Charlie Zero Oscar at Park, US 3411 mobile and listening. Nothing. Now there is an S9. I have an S9 right now. In terms of the background noise, that's pretty high. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey Charlie Zero Oscar and listening. Let me see. So far I got Utah, Washington State, Illinois, Indiana, Washington, and just down the street, Huntington Beach. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is Whiskey, Charlie Zero Oscar, and listening.
Kilo 7 Alpha X-ray Oscar.
Hold on, Park to Park. There was a Kilo 7 station. Come back.
Kilo 7 Alpha X-ray Oscar.
Kilo 7 Alpha X-ray Oscar. You're easily a 5858 coming over here in Southern California mobile at Park US 3411 QSO.
Roger, and you're a 572 Whiskey Alpha.
Roger. Thank you very much, Scott. You take care in 73. There was a Park to Park station. Come back, please.
Whiskey Tango 0 Romeo Juliet. Park to Park.
Park to Park. Whiskey Tango 0 Romeo Juliet. This is Whiskey Charlie 0 Oscar at Park US 3411. US 3411. You are about a 5959 coming over here in Southern California mobile QSO.
Roger. You're a 5555 into Uncle Sam 0225. That's 0225 in Colorado.
All right, that was a 55 and US 0025 QSO.
Sorry, you got stepped on 0225.
Roger, Trevor. You have a great activation in 73. Roger that. And 73. QRZ. Okay, we got 9. We'll probably do a few more. Video's now, what, almost 10 minutes? A little more than 10 minutes long. And I think that gives you an idea. First of all, the operation of an FT-857D in a contest setting. If you want to do a POTA activation, this individual was from Alabama. No, he said Colorado. He was from Colorado, but I guess his license, or his call sign is in Alabama. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey Charlie Zero Oscar, and listening. So yes, going back, right now the audio quality is not that great, and that's probably because everybody's talking to each other. One thing about living in Southern California and being a ham radio operator, sometimes you get a lot of noise background with individuals, ham operators talking to each other, and sometimes it's very hard to break through. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey Charlie Zero Oscar, and listening. Especially if you have a vintage radio, and you don't have newer radios have better circuitry, and you can sort of narrow down the audio to be more specific to your frequency. This radio I do have a filter on here, but sometimes that's not enough. Putting my headphones would definitely help, but at this time I can't, so that you can hear the audio. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey Charlie Zero Oscar, and listening. Having an FT-857D though is really cool. If you ever find one that's relatively inexpensive and it's working, you should consider buying it. A lot of people regret selling their radio because they know that it's sort of one of a kind type radio. Very portable, FM, 2 meter, 1.25, 70 centimeters, right? And HF. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey Charlie Zero Oscar, and listening. So what I'm doing right now is I'm using the POTA.app site, and what that does for me, it will what I'll do is it'll spot me where I am in the United States and tell the world that I'm here, which is a little bit easier for people who want to communicate let's say in a particular region. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is Whiskey, Charlie Zero Oscar, and listening. It's invaluable to have a telephone with wireless communication, or what do they call that? Tethering, and having a computer that can do that. It is, again, a very, very, it's very useful. Do you need it? No. Maybe you can call a friend and tell him or tell her, hey, spot me on the page so that people know that I'm here. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is Whiskey, Charlie Zero Oscar, and listening. Maybe you can hear that, but there's somebody right next to me. And that could be an issue with someone else trying to come to me or maybe or hear me. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is Whiskey, Charlie Zero Oscar, and listening. The software that I'm running right now is Hammers, HAMRS. I've been using it now for maybe more than 3 years when it first came out. And they have a new version now. I think it's a pro version. And it is wonderful. It's the only thing I don't like is that the maps feature never seems to work right. When I first utilized it, it worked all the time. It was really nice looking at the maps. But now, sometimes I can barely get any to show. If you use Hammers and your QSO map doesn't work, and you got it to work, please tell us how you got that fixed. CQ POTA, 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 CQ POTA. This is Whiskey, Charlie Zero Oscar, and listening. CQ parks on the air. 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 This is Whiskey, Charlie Zero Oscar, and listening. One thing about the FT-857D is that when you click on the PTT button, it will show you the SWR of your antenna. You should always be looking at that to make sure that everything is properly connected and it's transmitting as best it can with the situation that it has. Because you'd be surprised. 1 minute it's working nicely and the next minute it's just falling apart. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is Whiskey, Charlie Zero Oscar, and listening. And sometimes it's very basic as something is unscrewing and you just have to screw it back. One time, you can't really see it here, I don't think. It took me almost an hour, more than an hour, to find out that the connections were loose. And I thought, something was wrong with the antenna, or maybe the choke wasn't working great. I even put another choke. It was a good learning experience. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is Whiskey, Charlie Zero Oscar, and listening. Was there an Alpha station? There was an Alpha Quebec station, very, very light. Come back. Was that Alpha India 6, Alpha Quebec? Roger, Roger, 5-5. You are about 29. 29. Very hard to hear. Come back. Roger, Roger. You have a great day as well on 73. QRZ. That was
Zero, Whiskey Uniform Sierra.
something ending in Sierra. Come back. There was a station ending in Sierra. Come back. Sierra Station, come back. They're gone, or they just don't want to come back. This is Whiskey Charlie Zero Oscar QRZ. The volume right now, I would say it's halfway. The IPO button is not pressed. It's if I press the IPO button to indicate it to be there was a Whiskey Zero Yankee, I think. Come back.
Whiskey 0 Yankee November Echo Whiskey 0 Yellow November Elephant.
Roger, Roger. Whiskey 0 Yankee November Echo. You're easily 4949. Very weak. Coming over here in Southern California. Mobile at US 3411 QSO.
Copy. I can barely pull you out of the noise at 57. You are 57 in South Dakota, Sierra Delta.
Roger, 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 Roger. Got it. 57 Sierra Delta. Thank you very much. You take care in 73.
73, Steve. Good luck with your activation. Thanks.
Roger that. This is Whiskey Charlie Zero Oscar QRZ.
Kilo 7 Delta Romeo Lima Papa Yankee.
Ending in Yankee. Come back.
Whiskey 7 Romeo Papa Yankee.
Whiskey 7 Romeo Papa Yankee. You're easily a 5959 coming over here in Southern California. Mobile at US 3411 QSO.
Roger. Yeah, you're a good strong 57 into Whiskey Alpha.
Roger, Roger. You are now a 59 plus QSO.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you. All right, well, good luck in 73.
Roger that. Thank you very much in 73. QRZ.
Kilo 7 Delta Romeo Lima.
Kilo 7 Delta Romeo Lima. You're a very strong signal. You're a 59 plus coming over here in Southern California. Mobile at US 3411 QSO.
Roger. You're a 56 into Southern Oregon. Oscar Romeo QSL.
Oscar Romeo. Roger, Roger. Oscar Romeo 56. You take care in 73.
73.
This is Whiskey Charlie Zero Oscar QRZ.
Kilo Lima Bravo.
Ending in Bravo. Come back.
Kilo Delta 9 Kilo Lima Bravo.
Kilo Delta 9 Kilo Lima Bravo. You're easily at 5959 coming over here in Southern California. Mobile at US 3411 QSO.
Frank, I appreciate it for the late shift. I've got you at 5757 Southwest Illinois, India Lima.
Roger, Roger, India Lima. Thank you very much for the 57. You take care in 73.
73.
This is Whiskey Charlie Zero Oscar QRZ.
Kilo 3 India Victor.
Kilo 3 India Victor. You're easily a 59 coming over here in Southern California. Mobile at US 3411 QSO.
Thank you. You're 5 and 6 November Mike.
Roger that. 5 and 6. Thank you very much. You take care in 73.
73.
This is Whiskey Charlie Zero Oscar QRZ.
Whiskey 6 Romeo Oscar.
Whiskey 6 Romeo Oscar. You're a 59 coming over here in Southern California. Mobile at US 3411 QSO.
Yeah, great job. You're in contact with the vessel RMS Queen Mary, 59 from California here.
Oh, you're the Queen Mary, huh? Well, okay. I remember that. You're can any ham radio operator come by and visit?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's really nice. Do you still have to pay to get inside the Queen Mary?
As a volunteer, no, I'm part of the crew here, but you're welcome to come on up, but it does cost to get on the Queen Mary.
All right, well, very nice. I've been there a couple of times. I didn't know the radio still worked.
And I want to make sure I have your call right. Whiskey Charlie 0 Oscar.
Roger, Roger. I'm down the street over here in Bolsa Chica.
Roger that. Yeah, you're coming to me ground wave. So great job. And what's your first name?
Frank. Foxtrot Romeo Alpha November Kilo.
Copy, Frank. Name here is Jeff. I'm aboard the RMS Queen Mary. You sound good over here. Have a great time today.
Well, thank you very much. You have a wonderful evening at 73.
73, Whiskey 6, Romeo Oscar.
This is Whiskey Charlie Zero Oscar QRZ. Wow, that was really neat. We're gonna turn it off now. I don't hear anybody else. that was really nice. Was the Queen Mary? Yeah, I didn't know they had a radio. I've heard them way, like, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago, 4 years ago, and I kind of vaguely remembered their call sign. That was Whiskey 6 or Romeo Oscar. I don't know if that's the guy or if that's the station. Probably that's not the Queen Mary station, right? That's probably the guy. So I might be wrong on that. Let me see. Well, I can look at it later, and I'll probably put it on the down here in the screen. So that was very interesting, wasn't it? For a brief moment, everybody was coming in, and one thing that you notice that sometimes I can't hear the station completely. So all you need to say is, can let's say I just get the last letter of their station, Victor, Victor station. Can you come back or something? And as long as you're pleasant and nice and have a positive attitude, people come back to you 99% of the time. If there are people that are a little bit disturbed, it's not your fault. You're not, sometimes the propagation is not great, but in that few minutes, I got like 5 people coming in and out. Very nice. Sometimes those waves are, the kind of like the area where I am opens up a little bit more. All right, so I'm using an FT-857D. I'm using the FT-857D, and I'm using the Little Tarheel II. I have it mounted on the hatchback, where it has 4 screws. Those screws are touching not past the paint, so it's touching the metal. And I used a digital multimeter to see if there's continuation all the way down to the frame of the car, and it does. Some people suggest that you should put like pieces of braid or wire to the chassis, to some other parts of the car to get better results. I haven't done that yet. I don't know how to do that. Maybe that would be maybe I can get better results. I do know now that my quarter wave ground plane antenna does an awesome job with relatively to the cost of the antenna. This antenna is not inexpensive, but it is a great portable way for you to have a range of HF frequencies, so you wouldn't be changing your antenna all the time. If I was starting again with ham radio in the car, probably a diamond antenna, the HF what is it, the HF-20CL center loaded antenna, relatively inexpensive, and then with a tri magnet mount with a choke at the base of the antenna would probably be, and that's how I did start, but it took me way long to figure out. I thought the antenna was already resonating. You have to cut the antenna. I didn't know anything about the choke, but you did. I was close to like wires, antennas, and that also interfered. I didn't know how to use my radio optimally. So there's a lot of variables, and there could be a lot of frustration. But watching videos and if you are patient, you get to a point where you feel more comfortable. And then even talking to people, tends to be challenging at first, but with practice, you'll find that you sort of get a better sense, a better feel. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments section, please. I hope you have a wonderful week. And this is Whiskey Charlie, Frank, Whiskey Charlie 0 Oscar. Bye-bye.